Well, good morning, Americans. Good morning, Patriots. How are you doing today? Well, as things get more crazy and more expensive, I keep seeing these videos pile up of Generation Z thinking life is going to be hopeless and everything. And it's pretty sad to see, even among other generations. But Z has it probably the worst right now because they're just starting out. But now we're starting to see other things take effect. I know a lot of the people have been complaining about auto insurance companies raising their rates. Doesn't matter if it's auto, health, homeowners, you name it's going. If you think they're trying to rip you off, well, listen, it's easy to hate on the insurance companies because everyone does it. But when your gas prices go up and inflation goes up and all your products are affected by it, everything's going up. If you have homeowners insurance, well, guess what? Why is it going up even though you never filed the claim? Because the price of building materials has gone up because of inflation. So they have to prepare for that. If someone has a fire, it's not going to cost the same amount of money to rebuild your house like it did 5, 10, or 15 years ago. It's not. The price of wood is up. The price of copper and piping, PVC, is up. The price of gas is up. So the price of labor is up. So that's going to affect your homeowners insurance, your auto insurance. Gas is high. Parts get shipped. That's going to cause it. Inflation. It costs more money to make parts. Your insurance is going up. Healthcare. Costs things to get delivered. Costs more to make things. But I'm going to tell you the same thing I've been saying in all these videos. A few things. One, remember this in November. When they keep telling you Orange Man bad, but yet when Orange Man was in office, things were way better. Remember that, because you vote the same way, it's Orange Man's bad, you're the problem. Second of all, for you people out there, from the boomers through the Ys, and the top portion of Generation Z, pay off all your bills. And I'm talking about strictly credit. Stop buying new cars. Stop leasing. Buy your cars with cash. Get rid of your credit cards, or at least pay them off. Live within your means. As the Bible says, when you have no debt, you're not a slave to the lender. And when you have when everything's paid off as far as credit goes, the inflation of your food, your gas, and insurance, you can handle a lot better. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not a big deal when prices go up. It is a big deal when prices go up, even for people who have all their stuff paid off. Because one, it leaves you less money to invest with on other things that can make you money. Two, it still costs us more to do everything just like you people. And three, that $100 of groceries I was like this under Trump is now like this under Biden. Now listen, I can tell you right now, food and gas and insurance is not a big deal to me because I don't owe anything. It really isn't. That doesn't mean I still enjoy paying it. Alright? I would like to get a lot more for my $100 worth of food like I was 4 or 5 years ago. I would like gas for it to be $2.05 like it was here in New York for a while. Even got down to as low as $1.95. I would love that very much also. I would like to see my auto insurance and health insurance go down also. For the second part of Generation Z, I'm hoping you're watching these videos and you listen to advice. Don't take your advice from people who are in debt. I know a lot of people are cracking on you, even I crack on you, but I also know that you are the future of this country. I need you guys, we need you guys to do very well. We still need Gen Y to do well. There are plenty of people in Gen X we need to do well who are still working. Baby boomers are becoming more of a homeless problem now. I don't want to see them out in the streets. And for the Generation Alpha coming up, like my daughter, who I am going to take by the horns and say, listen, this is what the world tells you, this is what the TV tells you, but as you can tell on TikTok and YouTube, no one's happy. Everyone's struggling. I'm going to tell them what to do, how to avoid all this crap. I am going to tell her, stay away from debt. Invest your money, make money. Don't make the banks rich, make yourself rich. I'm going to teach them how to, if they get married, and their future spouses, how to fly on one engine. And after they learn how to fly on one engine, I want them to be able to fly on no engines if things get really bad, without having to swipe the plastic across the reader, referring to credit cards. Do you want to be like everyone else and look cool and be miserable? Or do you want to live real good? Because you can. I'm going to say it again. You can, in this society the way it is now, live and make money the way things are. The whole thing is to stay away from debt. Stay away from college loans. Stay away from car loans. Stay away from credit cards. Now, for all you Gen Z people out there, well, this is what we were promised. This is what we were promised. Yeah, I know this is what you were promised. Listen, we were promised the same things in Generation X. So is Generation Y. Forget what they say. You have information at your fingertips. Use it. Know what your college degree is going to get you in life. What would a 2-year degree in my field get me? What would a 4-year degree in my field get me? A master's, a doctorate. Then figure out what school will give me the best return for my buck. There is no reason to take out a loan and be $200,000 to $500,000 in debt when you could have bought your own home and that would have been your biggest investment. No reason. Unless you have the ability to be in the top 1% of doctors or corporate lawyers or the real top engineers, where you go to school doesn't matter no more. Because school's not going to teach you character, integrity, and discretion. And those are the things that make the people successful, those 3 things. Now, there is a correlation with education, no doubt. But just because you have an education doesn't make you smart. It means you regurgitated what the teacher told you. And you're playing this game called college. I'm generalizing, of course. There's more to it than that. But the purpose of you staying out of debt is, 1, prosperity. And when things go wrong, like they are now, you can still live comfortably. You may not live the way you want to be living, but you won't owe the credit cards, nothing. You won't own the car leases company, anything. You won't have to pay back your student loans. The only thing you may have to worry about is your mortgage, unless that's paid off, and your rent, if you choose to rent. But it can be done. The people who tell you it can't be done are the ones making money off you right now with these college loans and these ridiculous tuition bills in universities. And the media keeps telling you that because a lot of these banks pay for commercials doing such things. My insurance have gone up like yours. Food and gas have gone up just like yours. The difference is I'm not going to bed at night, staying up all night, wondering how I'm going to pay for my next meal. I'm not. Now, again, I hate the fact I'm paying more for it, but the basic needs in times like this are easier to obtain than if you were up to your eyeballs in debt. Now, for all you people say, well, I need a good credit score. Listen, I have no problem with you having a good credit score. It's something that's good to have if you're really in an emergency. In fact, it's good because a lot of employers, when they hire, especially if you can be hired for like something like armored car, a bank teller, finance, they're going to look at your credit score, because if you have a lousy credit score in a college degree in those area, they may not hire you because you're not living what you were taught. They use credit scores to check your reference if you want to rent an apartment. I'll take out a loan. And by the way, you can get a house without a credit score. It's an old school method. I think they call it goes to an underwriter where they do the old school thing where they look at your income and how much you make and your position, and they decide whether you can pay the mortgage or not. Now, there are certain companies out there that do it, but it can be done. For the second half of Generation Z and Alpha coming up, you may have to tell your own parents, no, sorry, I'm not going to live in debt and be miserable like you. Even if they're not miserable, I don't want to be in debt because I want to do better than you. Because I want you to do better than your parents, and I want you to do better than me and the rest of us. You are the future of the country. There are ways to do it. Stop listening to the TV. Stop listening to the media. Anyway, what's your opinion? I'd like to know. Leave your comments down below. Keep the country in prayer. We'll get through this. Do you think it's bad now? Interest rates for houses in the 1970s was between 15 and 17%. Same thing with car loans. We're 10% below what they were in the 70s. And you know what? We recovered. We'll recover from this also, but remember this in November. We'll talk to you later.